So I just wanted to show you something that I just discovered that I am absolutely amazed at. This right here is a giant tomato plant that has quite a lot of flowers on it. It's like big and sprawling. It's growing like a true vine, like on the ground out here. And the reason that this is so surprising, I mean, I do grow tomatoes, so there's nothing surprising about that. I have like 20 tomato plants growing in a garden up by my house right now, but this is nowhere near where I have my tomatoes growing. This is out in my front yard in an area that I never come to. I just so happened to be walking around in the yard when I noticed this. And so I did not plant this here. It just volunteered out here, and it's doing really well. In fact, it's doing even better than the ones that I planted, as in there is very little disease or bug damage on it. It looks very healthy. I do see something down here. It looks like these leaves might have some possibly bug damage. I'm not sure what that is, but it's not too bad, and it's just on a few of the leaves. Most of the leaves are really healthy looking. There's a lot of flowers, and it's just big and sprawling. So it's a mystery. I did grow some heirloom tomatoes out here about 2 years ago. So I don't know if an animal got one and it made its way over here somehow. Or it could have even just been something that from scraps in the yard that an animal took and brought over here, but it planted itself and it's very happy out here. And that's what amazes me, is that like I have not been cultivating it, I've not been taking care of it. And this soil out here is it's probably composted somewhat now. We usually get the tree companies when they come and cut the trees around here to dump the mulch around our yard and around our trees. So the other thing that's just amazing about this is it's not getting a whole lot of sun back here. So over here we've got some little trees, and it probably gets a little bit of morning sun from over here, and then it probably gets sun from this is the north side, and some sun comes through here. But all of this all around it and above it is oak trees. So it's growing right there, right beneath a bunch of oak trees. So not a lot of light. I mean, there's the sun right there up above that tree branch. There it is. Which maybe that's good. I mean, maybe, but then again, my mom made the point that the trees are just starting to have leaves. So maybe it was growing here in the winter, you know, starting out when the trees didn't have many leaves, and maybe it was getting more sunlight. I don't know, maybe it's not going to do so well now that the leaves all have the trees all have their leaves now. I think the leaves started coming on the trees about a month ago. So, but I mean, it still looks to me like they're doing good. So we'll see. I hope I get some nice big tomatoes out of this. I'm going to be really curious to see what kind of tomatoes this plant grows. And I'm thrilled that something can grow this easily. Oh look, I see some tomato. I didn't notice this before. Here's a few little tomato fruits starting. So they're still small right now. I can't tell. It kind of looks like it will be a cherry tomato, but it's hard to say. So I'll keep an eye on this now. I mean, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to let it keep growing itself like it's been doing. It hasn't needed my help at all to get this far, so I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to let it be an experiment and see how it does all by itself out here under the oak trees. So obviously, you know, the ground it's just fertilized with a lot of oak leaves, and then mixed in with the compost, or the probably semi-composted mulch that has been out here for a few years. I don't think we put any good compost out here. Sometimes we add compost to some of the beds out here, but like this bed over here, I'm pretty sure has good compost down below the mulch and the leaves, but I'm pretty sure we did not put any over here. So this is just composting mulch from trees that got cut in the area, and then oak leaves that have been composting. And I mean, this is a fairly untouched part of our yard. My mom grows stuff out here. I mean, I guess, I don't know if she fertilizes this area. I guess I'll have to ask her. Maybe she has put some fertilizer out here, but I mean, there's not that much growing around it, so I can't imagine that she's been putting that much fertilizer out here. So yeah, it's mostly just like a bed of trees right here. So this is exciting, and I'm gonna try to learn some lessons from this, like, you know, keep an eye on this area and see what the growing conditions are like, and that maybe it gets more sun than I think. But I mean, that's the swamp over there. There's a lot of trees over there. It's really a pretty shady part of the yard. The only thing is, like I said, it does get light coming from this direction, but this is the north side. So, I mean, usually you plant your stuff on the south side so that it gets the full sun, especially for tomatoes, because I mean, it does probably get morning sun through there. That's the east, and there's a break in there, but I don't know. So we'll see. I'd love to figure out what is so great about this area, and so I can duplicate it and just maybe not have to make so much effort to grow the plants. I mean, I put a lot of work into cultivating my tomato plants, and half the time they don't even look this good. So if I should just be growing them in composted tree mulch and leaves, then great. And maybe they don't need so much sun. So I don't know. But anyway, this was my little surprise, and I just wanted to share it. I will keep you updated on what happens with these tomatoes if they make it till they're ripe, and I'll let you know how they taste. Hopefully they will taste good. I'll save their seeds. All right, have a good day.